Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Hitman for another Elusive Target. You can see that Elusive Target, the Pharmacist, back in Paris again, interestingly. We've been in Paris quite a lot, haven't we? Yeah, just checking the records, this is the 10th Elusive Target, and 5 of them have been in Paris. The Forger was in Paris, and then we were back in Paris for the Sensation. And after that, we had 3 Paris in a row. The Broker, the Black Cat, and the Pharmacist have all been Paris. Rather oddly, because we haven't had a single Elusive Target in Thailand yet. So, yeah, a little bit odd. And I believe only, one. One in Marrakesh, none in Thailand. So 9 of the 10 have been in Sapienza and Paris. Very, very odd indeed. But anyway, let's see what we've got going on here. The Pharmacist, you say?
Good evening, 47. Your target is Nila Torvik, brilliant pharmaceutical scientist and CEO of Torvik Research. Her company is a major provider of low-cost generic drugs to the developing world. However, this philanthropic project is cover for large-scale human tests in the Third World. She will be attending the Iago auction in Paris as a personally invited guest of Dalia Margolis. It is possible that she has been warned of a potential assassination attempt, so you should expect her to be highly suspicious. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
Okay, so based on what we just saw there, it looks like she's going to arrive by car, because we definitely saw her down in the car park there. That's the car park that's on the right as you enter. So, well, there might just be flavour. She might just be up in the Iago auction. But what I'll probably do then is I will start down by the main entrance, and I'll just kind of run over to the right just to see if she happens to be there. In fact, that's not even the most sensible place. The most sensible place for me to start in that case would be the Palace Garden, indeed. After all, if she's arriving in the car park on the right and walking to the door that leads up to the Iago auction, then as a result she'd actually have to pass by the Palace Garden, so I'd have a clear view of her arriving that way. Marvellous. Silver baller, distraction coins, and fibre wire, that should be absolutely fine. I don't even think I really need a flipping lockpick, to be honest. Like, there's almost nothing worth lockpicking in this area, but I'll put something at the top of the stairwell just in case. Yeah, sure, the vomiting poison, that will do absolutely, just in case we can get a drink on her. Well, let's just start it off. As you can always do in the Elusive Target missions, you can replan right up to the point where you die or she dies. At that point, it's locked in. Until then, you can replan. So let's start there and see how we go.
Good evening, 47. The target is en route and will arrive shortly. Expect her to be escorted by a security detail and to depart again immediately after meeting Dalia Margolis. Good hunting.
Okay, so she hasn't actually... there she is. Yes, indeed. So she arrives, she meets Dalia, and then she leaves again. So we do have a kind of limited amount of time to do this. She's just having one meeting, and then she's back on her way again. Oh, interestingly, where's she just gone? Is she off somewhere else? Did she just go in through the front door? Hang on, let's see if we can just go and catch her at the front door. Yes, indeed. Okay, so she kind of arrives through the door on the right, but then she diverts round to the front door here. She's got 2 security detail with her, so she doesn't go the normal way everyone else goes, cutting round to the right. So how is she going to get up to the Iago auction in that case? She's heading backstage. Okay, this is an interesting little path for her to take. Right, let's go and meet up with her in a better disguise. I like how this photographer just keeps taking photographs of this place even after you scare off the posing woman he's supposed to be taking photos of. So he just kind of keeps standing there taking photos of 47's arse forever. Lovely. Now, in the crew outfit, we'll be able to follow her into the backstage area just to figure out exactly what her route is. Though it must be said, she's kind of, in a very, very public area. She walks through public areas that she didn't start in, so... worst case scenario, simply dropping things like, say, did she pass under the... yeah, she'll pass under that chandelier. She'll pass under the chandelier, that will be a decent accident kill right there. She'll kind of pass for areas where, in theory, I could very easily just drop kind of like an explosive device that's in disguise, like the explosive mobile phone. This would not be too difficult to do. In fact, yeah, dropping a chandelier on her head would probably be a nice, easy solution. Not, perfectly clean, because it will kill other people as well, but could work very nicely, and I could start in just about the right location as well. So she goes through to the backstage area by cutting through here, and then she's going to go, presumably upstairs, and straight upstairs again. She passes under another chandelier right here, though this one will be much, much harder to take care of, and then, of course, heads up to the top floor. Marvellous. Let's meet her up there in that case. Okay, here she comes, but both of her bodyguards can see through my disguise. That's a bit of a concern. Let's just stay over here for the moment. So she now pauses up on the top floor.
Neela, darling, how wonderful to see you. Miss Margolis, I hope you weren't kept waiting. I'm so very busy tonight. We are both very busy, Miss Margolis. Of course we are, my dear. Let me show you through to my personal office.
Okay, so she's going to the office, not her private little meeting room. The office that's right here. Well, that works for me, because I can be out here, watching through this always open door.
Could you possibly wait a little longer, my dear? I have one or two little matters to attend to.
There is a time element involved here. I hope you realize that, Miss Margolis. I have other obligations.
I'm sure that won't be a problem for me, Neela. Do make yourself at home.
So she meets her, walks away, leaves Neela and the two bodyguards in this here office. Now in this room, in theory, I could just lure everyone out one by one. Enough coins and throwables. We can get this guy down and, well, we can actually toss him straight over the side. I think they took out the box at the end there at some point. In a very early patch, actually, yeah, they took out that box, so you can't kind of hide people in a box at the end there. But we could just take people out, just kind of move them round to... Wow, that's not a great place. I think we would actually literally have to just throw them over the side and hope no one downstairs gets too suspicious by the ever-growing pile of corpses. But yeah, we could knock you unconscious, and then we could just kind of lure out your bodyguards one by one, knock them unconscious, drag them outside. But that's not desperately interesting. I just kind of want to wait for a second to see if Miss Margolis does actually... Oh, hello. You have stepped outside. Ah, now that's a bit more interesting. If you've decided to step outside, that could work for me. You see, at this point, she's relatively exposed, but she's on the wrong side of the building to be taken out from the barge, because the barge is, yeah, that's way over there. You wouldn't have line of sight at this balcony from the barge, but from the bottom of the garden or something, and then straight out on the boat. Yeah, you could snipe her and then just head straight out via the boat. That wouldn't be too bad. Things I would need to do that. I would need the speedboat key that's on the second floor. I'd need a disguise that would be allowed to carry guns. And I would need a sniper rifle in a position I can grab it. None of that would be too hard to arrange, actually. But yeah, from here, just right at the back there and then just run straight down the stairs into the speedboat. Okay, that's one option. Or I still prefer the accident by chandelier. Oh, hello.
I'm so terribly sorry, Neela. I just had a few things I simply had to do in the meantime. I do hope you understand.
As you say. The samples are in the case. 6 tablets of tailored psychopharma. They match the subject's standard antipsychotics well enough to pass a close examination. The effects are rapid and will bring on a comatose state within 90 minutes. Symptoms prior to onset will be slight nausea. The second vial contains the counteractive agent. It can be administered intravenously at any point. The overall projected period of coma is the minimum of 6 months you specified. Current tests indicate stable coma can be provoked beyond this point. Due to your short timeline, I've been unable to test the results of extended exposure beyond 9 months.
Very impressive. I'll have the payment wired to you tomorrow.
Now, if you please, Miss Margolis. My bank is standing by to confirm it to me.
Of course, my dear. It's me. Make the payment. Happy now, Neela?
A moment, if you please. I see the transfer. Thank you, Miss Margolis. We will not be working together again. Give her the samples. We're leaving.
I'm sure you will come around. In the meantime, do feel free to enjoy the party. There'll be fireworks later.
What about the feeling that Dalia may have been planning to use those on her husband, who she's never been quite 100% sure about? Now, her bodyguards are following her out into the party. She's going into an area she hasn't been to before. Well, this is a little bit more interesting. Where exactly are you guys going next? Is she heading out onto the balcony or just around the outside of the meeting No, round the outside of the meeting. To the bar, perhaps? Yes. She's heading to the bar. Now, this is more intriguing. So she hangs out in the party but doesn't take a drink, at which point she heads into the backstage area. This room in here. Hello. Contrary to what was stated in the mission briefing that she would leave as soon as we were done, can't help but notice that she does rather seem to be just hanging around at the party instead. Yep, that's her cycle done. Now she's just going to circle around between that room and here, never drinking anything, never going into a good accident spot. That's her entire routine. So yeah, I get the feeling that Dalia was indeed buying the poison there to put her own husband into a coma for some nefarious purpose. Who knows? Maybe she could get control of his assets that way. Anyway, I would say let's go and see if we can arrange a chandelier accident in that case. Okay. Up here, assuming this guy decides to walk away at the right moment, that chandelier comes down, yeah, pretty much at the crease. She should be arriving momentarily because the two women in dresses just showed up. If I can just get this and then basically run for it, should be basically fine. So just wait and about now.
Well done, 47. The money has been wired to your account.
There we go. Couple of non-targets killed as well, mind, but nothing too bad. And now we just walk out of here before anyone starts getting too suspicious about things. Let's just go and hide over here, change disguise, but no one saw me do it, so this should be, if I can just find a nice simple out at this point, lovely and smooth. Admittedly, non-targets were killed. That was probably her bodyguard, could have been someone else as well, but it should be alright. Yep, just slip out through the sideways. Security guys are fine with me. Straight down the stairs, and we should probably head just directly to the basement to go out of the lower door in the kitchen. That should be the nice, easiest, cleanest way out now. But yep, there we are. That should be nice and clean. Those chandeliers have got to be the easiest way to take care of this. And indeed, off we go. And now, interestingly, I don't know if maybe this is going to be, I'm going to get the blood money suit or not. I honestly don't know, because you may recall I have failed one, so this is only my number 9, but I did get the achievement for completing the one I failed, the broker, anyway. So I'm not sure if maybe I'm about to get the blood money suit. Let's find out, I've no clue. So mission accomplished, I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously there were 4 extra people who died, but it was done very, very quickly. That's a good, nice, fast response right there. But no, indeed, I've not yet got Elusive Targets 2. We have not killed 10 Elusive Targets. Terrible shame. Interestingly, at that point, it then becomes 13. It's not up to 15. It's only up to 13 for 3 for the 47 signature suit. Wait, with gloves? The Absolution suit already has gloves. Or is this just the normal suit from the game, but with the gloves from the Absolution suit? Well, I prefer the Absolution suit. It's got gloves, but a slightly snazzier, redder tie. Also a tie pin. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The Pharmacist eliminated much, much more neatly than we did with the Black Cat. Yes, that was a bit messy, shooting a sniper rifle. A high-powered anti-kind of tank sniper rifle directly through the ceiling and just sort of killing anyone who happened to be moving in the room above. That was not that neat. But this was much more neat. And were it not for the slight issue that the chandelier was big enough to kill 4 other people, then it would have been, well, it's probably the closest we're ever going to get to Silent Assassin and Elusive Target. Dear, oh dear, indeed. This will probably be a very short video, as this was a nice, neat little accident to take out the Pharmacist. We'll also have something else up a little bit later. This was just a bit of an extra video. The Elusive Targets make fun little extra videos, because they're very short and easy to put together. So more Elusive Targets soon, I hope. Hopefully, maybe even one in Thailand. Who knows? And when I do that one, I will actually get myself my blood money suit. Very good indeed. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Hitman's 10th elusive contract. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I want everyone to get into a single highly explodable thing, and then I want none of these 30 people to blow that thing up while everyone else is on it. Are there any planes here that aren't on fire or broken? No! I'm almost with you! Which has been going spectacularly well so far. Right, I'm going to... Oh, no! You utter bastards!